Hey everyone, how's it going? Total Level here with another My Top 5 talking about Akira Toriyama and my favorite 5 games that he had a hand on, or at the very least, characters used in these games, right? Because like many of you, I grew up with Dragon Ball, one of the first kind of animes I watched that kind of got me started in anime as remember as a kid, I didn't really understand the story at the time, but I was fascinated by all the crazy battles and everything as, Piccolo here is probably my favorite Dragon Ball Z character, right? I really love Piccolo, but there's so many great ones of course, Goku being so iconic, Frieza, Vegeta, right? Like, so many great ones, and through Dragon Ball, that's how I found out about Dragon Quest myself, right? With the 8th one here being my first ever Dragon Quest game, so yeah, I thought, as a way to honor and respect and everything, because, Akira just influenced, like, the entire world, right? Even stuff that he didn't create, he basically helped create because people were so influenced by his works and everything like that. So, because I play a lot of video games and everything, I thought I would take a look at kind of my 5 favorites and everything. So, yeah, without further ado, here are my top 5 Akira Toriyama games. I hope you enjoy. At number 5, I have Blue Dragon, which I can't remember if I said this at the beginning or not, but yeah, all these games are games that I played and beat at least once, so just so you know. But yeah, Blue Dragon, really cool. I got this game on Christmas many years ago, and yeah, just a really cool game where, it follows 3 main people here, Shu, Kluke, and Jiro, as this land shark is attacking their village and they try to stop it with no success, and so they're kind of thrown off, and then they find out this land shark is actually kind of a mech base, right? And so once they're in, they meet kind of the villain of this game, Nene, as just kind of explains why the land shark is there, as he just likes hearing the screams of the village, very, very evil person. But yeah, just a really cool turn-based RPG. Music definitely goes a little chaotic, especially for boss battles. Like, they just go all out with the music on that. But yeah, Blue Dragon, a really cool kind of almost spiritual successor to Dragon Quest in a way, right? As it's too bad it didn't really have the staying power, because there's 3 games in this whole series, as I do like the 360 one the most. But yeah, it's too bad there weren't more, because I think this is a really cool just turn-based RPG, and with it being backwards compatible with the Xbox One and Series X, it's a lot better to play on those systems now, because you don't have to worry as much with the frame rate on the 360, but some of the achievements are really, really tough to get, where you might have to play them on 360 to get to slow down the frame rate a bit so that you can actually do this, because there's like one part at the beginning where you have to mash the A button, and I still haven't been able to do it. Like, it is so difficult to mash fast enough to close the door before a mech gets through. But yeah, just a really cool game, and really cool designs, and like the poo snake was a little weird, but everything else was just fun to travel through this world, and a ton of fun. At number 4, I have Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Scions. So this game is really, really cool. I really enjoy this one as another just fun turn-based RPG where you have different button presses to do to, like protect yourself, guard against certain attacks, as it has that kind of almost, sort of Paper Mario feel to it in a way, as just really cool. And what's neat is this game adapts like from 2 different mangas of Dragon Ball Z, as one of them I don't think was adapted to any sort of anime or anything, so it's really cool to have this game to give people more of the lore and story of Dragon Ball altogether, right? As, yeah, just really fun. Now the combat, like the random encounters, because yeah, this game uses random encounters, is a little high, I find. Like, you only take a few steps and you're in a battle right away, but overall, I just really enjoyed this game. I hope to own a physical of this at some point, because yeah, I did play this years ago, for, borrowing it from a friend, but I don't have this physically, as yeah, it's a pretty expensive game, but it is such a fun one, and it's, yeah, probably my favorite Dragon Ball game that I played thus far. There's a lot I still have to play and beat, like Kakarot and everything, so yeah, keep that in mind. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z Attack of the Scions, really, really cool. So I'm cheating a little bit here, because 2 and 3 I have both Dragon Quest 8 and 11 here, because man, it's hard for me to pick and choose, which one I like more, because I want to say I like 8 more than 11, but I keep flip-flopping, because 8 was my start in the Dragon Quest series, right, along with just that big nostalgia factor, right? But 11, man, so many great ones. But either game is fantastic, as yeah, with 8, you're helping this king and princess try and recover their human bodies, right? Because they've been kind of transformed by this Doulos Magus guy, and yeah, you're kind of just going on the road trying to find this person, right? So you can change them back, and yeah, really, really fun game. You do have to grind a little bit, especially at the beginning of the game, but it is just a fantastic journey and adventure. Really love Dragon Quest 8, whether I play the PS2 version or the 3DS one. And then for Dragon Quest 11, yeah, this game is phenomenal. Like, as yeah, you're the luminary who is falsely accused of being something called the Darkspawn, right? So you're kind of on the run from a lot of people, but you meet up with other people throughout your journey who want to help the luminary, right? Kind of, they know the truth and everything, and yeah, just a fantastic game. Sylvando, one of the best characters to ever be created in any video game, and yeah, Dragon Quest 8 and 11, like, both are just such fun adventure games, such fun worlds to explore, and, characters you get. Like, there's just so much to unpack and love about both these titles, so, yeah, like, you can't go wrong with either of them, and yeah, again, I'm cheating by saying 2 and 3 for each of them, but it's kind of hard for me to pick and choose between one or the other. And then at number 1, of course, it's Chrono Trigger. I mean, this is the dream team, right? This was such a cool collaboration effort, which I wish I was old enough to kind of know about this, right? Because I was super young, and at the time I wasn't playing Chrono Trigger, but once I got into RPGs after Final Fantasy VII, where I really got into them, like, Chrono Trigger on PS1 was my version that I grew up with, as I know it's kind of the weakest one, but that's the version I got, right? And yeah, it was just amazing. Watching the opening cutscene was so cool, which, yeah, was added on the PS1 version compared to the Super Nintendo one. But yeah, my favorite version for sure is playing the DS one, since that has more content, has like a arena area battle. But Chrono Trigger, just one of the coolest time travel storylines out there, as yeah, you're time traveling to prevent world disaster, right? And yeah, just really cool. I love, when I play this game, I love getting every single ending, right? Like, it's one of those games where I don't just play and beat to get, a certain ending or my favorite ending or whatever. Like, I want to play and get, like, each one. It's just an amazing game, and there's a reason why this game still holds up so well, because, graphically, like, the Super Nintendo, like, pixel art games, right, like, that 16-bit era was just fantastic to look at for all these games, right? And yeah, it's just the combat is still super fun, enjoyable, and you got, your different options of either active or wait time battle system, right? So you can pick and choose which you prefer, right? And it's just, such cool characters, such fun characters, and yeah, like, Chrono Trigger, one of my favorite games of all time, just like, many of you, right? It's just a phenomenal game, and yeah, it's just, I can't say enough great things about it, so yeah, Chrono Trigger, number one of Akira games for sure for me. Just, man, it's so sad that, yeah, we lost Toriyama way too early, right? Just another legendary artist and person just gone way too soon, but legacy, like Chrono Trigger and everything else, of Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest, everything else he worked on will live on forever. And so those are my top 5 Akira Toriyama video games. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what are your favorites of, like, Dragon Ball and Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger, of course, and, we're getting Sandland. I believe that's, like, at the end of April, which I am very intrigued with that game, and I think the anime is, like, out or coming out on, like, Disney Plus or something like that. I can't quite remember, but yeah, just one final just thank you, arigato, to Akira Toriyama for just the amazing work, the amazing memories and influences that you created, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time, everyone. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day. Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment, and subscribe if you want to see more, or if you just want to see any of my skits and then nothing else and leave the video, that's fine too. Thanks everyone, take care.